Have you ever wondered how a small Anatolian tribe transformed into one of history's most powerful empires, the Ottoman Empire? This enigma has intrigued many. The Ottoman Empire, a realm that spanned 3 continents and lasted for over 6 centuries, has left an indelible mark on the pages of history. Today, we're going to delve into the tale of this empire, its rise and fall, and the legacy it left behind. Join us as we unravel the fascinating chronicles of the Ottoman Empire. Our journey starts in the early 13th century, in the rugged terrains of Anatolia. Here, a charismatic leader, Osman I, rose to power, laying the foundations of what would soon be known as the Ottoman Empire. Osman I, driven by a vision of unity and expansion, began to consolidate power, attracting followers with his powerful ideals and strategic military prowess. A new dawn was on the horizon, and with it, the birth of an empire. Osman's successors, each as ambitious and capable as the last, continued his legacy. They expanded the empire's borders, reaching into the heartlands of Europe, Asia, and Africa. They built upon Osman's dream, transforming it into a tangible and formidable reality. Yet the true testament to their power, the jewel in the Ottoman crown, was the Conquest of Constantinople. It was more than just a city. It was a symbol of power, a beacon of the old world. For centuries, it had stood as the capital of the Byzantine Empire, a bastion of Christianity in the East. To conquer Constantinople was to lay claim to this legacy, to assert dominance over the old world and herald in the new. In the year 1453, under the rule of Mehmed the Conqueror, the Ottomans achieved the unthinkable. They breached the city's formidable walls, marking the end of the Byzantine Empire. The city, once the heart of the Byzantine Empire, now belonged to the Ottomans. Mehmed, true to his title, ushered in a new era. He renamed the city Istanbul, a clear break from its past and a bold step towards its future. It was a turning point, not just for the Ottomans, but for the world. The conquest of Constantinople marked the end of the Middle Ages and the beginning of the Renaissance, a period of great cultural and intellectual revival. With Constantinople now Istanbul, the Ottomans were ready to enter their golden age. The fall of Constantinople ushered in an era of unprecedented growth and prosperity for the Ottomans. This transformative period, known as the Golden Age, was marked by the reigns of several remarkable sultans, each contributing to the empire's prosperity in their unique ways. The most notable among them was Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent. His rule, spanning from 1520 to 1566, witnessed the empire reaching the zenith of its power and cultural richness. Suleiman was not merely a conqueror, he was a visionary. He introduced significant legal reforms, earning him the epithet, the lawgiver. His law code, known as the Kanuni, became the backbone of the Ottoman legal system. Suleiman's reign also saw an explosion of cultural and artistic endeavors. He himself was a poet and a goldsmith, and his court became a hub for scholars, artists, and architects from across the empire. The architectural magnificence of this period, with its unique blend of Byzantine and Islamic influences, can still be witnessed in the grand mosques and palaces adorning Istanbul. The military conquests under Suleiman were equally impressive. He expanded the empire's territories into Europe, Africa, and Asia, making the Ottomans a formidable global power. His siege of Rhodes, the conquest of Belgrade, and his campaigns against the Habsburgs are tales of military prowess that still echo in the annals of history. Yet, Suleiman was not alone in shaping this golden age. His predecessors, like Mehmed the Conqueror, played pivotal roles too. Mehmed's audacious conquest of Constantinople in 1453 marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, signaling the dawn of the Ottoman Golden Age. These sultans, with their vision and audacity, shaped an empire that was not just a political and military powerhouse, but also a beacon of culture, art, and justice. They transformed the Ottomans into an empire that was truly magnificent. But all golden ages must end, and the Ottomans were no exception. As the sun set on the reign of Suleiman, the empire was on the cusp of a period of struggles and decline. But that's a story for another time. The latter part of the 16th century marked the beginning of a long and gradual decline for the empire. Once a formidable force, the Ottoman Empire began to falter. A variety of factors contributed to this downfall, each weaving a complex tale of struggle and decline. One of the significant blows to the empire's might was a series of military defeats. The once invincible Ottoman armies were repeatedly bested on the battlefield, losing key territories and hemorrhaging valuable resources. Meanwhile, the empire's economy was in turmoil. The discovery of new sea routes to Asia by European explorers disrupted the Ottomans' control over the lucrative Silk Road trade. Their monopoly on spices, silk, and other luxury goods was threatened, and as a result, the empire's income dwindled. The economic strain was further exacerbated by rampant corruption, inflation, and heavy taxation, which led to widespread unrest and discontent among the populace. Internally, the empire was suffering too. Succession disputes, power struggles, and a long series of ineffective sultans all contributed to the weakening of the empire's political structure. The once centralized power was now fragmented, with local governors often acting independently of the central authority, further eroding the empire's control and unity. As the 17th century drew to a close, the empire's decline was formally acknowledged in the Treaty of Karlowitz in 1699. This marked the first time the Ottomans had to concede territory through a peace treaty. The once expansive empire was compelled to relinquish control of several key regions, including Hungary, Transylvania, and parts of Croatia. This was a stark reflection of the empire's diminished standing on the global stage. The Ottoman Empire, which had once been an emblem of power and prestige, was now a shadow of its former self. The once mighty empire was now struggling to keep up with the changing times. The stage was set for even greater challenges in the centuries to come, marking a pivotal moment in the rich tapestry of the Ottoman Empire's history. The 18th and 19th centuries saw the Ottomans grappling with reform and modernization. In the face of a rapidly changing world, the empire recognized the need to modernize its military, administrative, and economic systems. This period, known as the Tanzimat reforms, was a time of significant change and adaptation. However, it was also a time of struggle. The empire was grappling with the weight of its own extensive history and the new ideas of the age. Reforms were met with resistance from within, and the empire's efforts to modernize were often hampered by internal strife and external pressures. New ideas and technologies from Europe were seen as threats to traditional Ottoman life, and the empire's attempts to integrate them sparked both enthusiasm and opposition. At the same time, nationalism was taking hold across Europe, and it was not long before it seeped into the Ottoman Empire. Ethnic and religious groups within the empire began to demand independence, leading to a series of wars and revolts that further weakened the empire. The emergence of Greek, Serbian, Bulgarian, and Armenian nationalism, to name a few, chipped away at the unity of the empire, causing significant political and territorial losses. The final nail in the coffin, however, was World War I. The Ottomans chose to align with the Central Powers, a decision that set them on a collision course with some of the most powerful nations of the time. The war took a heavy toll on the empire, both in terms of human losses and economic devastation. When the dust of the war settled, the empire was left in ruins. The victorious allies carved up the Ottoman lands, leaving only a rump state that would eventually become the Republic of Turkey. In 1922, the last Ottoman Sultan, Mehmed VI, left Istanbul, and the caliphate was abolished the following year. And thus, the sun finally set on the Ottoman Empire. The once mighty empire that had stood for more than 600 years, spanning 3 continents, had come to an end. But its legacy, its influence, and its impact can still be seen and felt today, in the nations that rose from its ashes. The Ottoman Empire left an indelible mark on the pages of history. From its humble beginnings as a small Anatolian tribe, it rose to become a formidable global power, its influence spanning across 3 continents. Its golden age, marked by the reigns of illustrious sultans, saw it reach the pinnacle of its might, cultural diversity, and architectural splendor. Yet, like all empires, it too grappled with decline, its struggles mirroring the complex interplay of power, ambition, and human frailty. But the Ottoman legacy is not confined to the annals of the past. It lives on, vibrant and pulsating in modern-day Turkey. The grandeur of Istanbul, the country's cultural heart, is a testament to this legacy. The city, with its iconic landmarks like the Hagia Sophia and Topkapi Palace, whispers tales of Ottoman glory, its skyline a silhouette of minarets and domes etched against the canvas of time. Beyond Turkey, the Ottoman influence reverberates through the corridors of world history. It has shaped the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East, influenced the course of European history, and left its imprint on art, architecture, and literature. So next time you wonder about the rise and fall of empires, remember the Ottomans, a small tribe that dreamt big, achieving greatness and grappling with decline over 6 intriguing centuries.